Hi everyone, this is Susie. I decided to actually give a tutorial on MapQuest. I realize that many people of my mom's generation and my grandparents' generation is not very comfortable using the MapQuest on their cell phones. So today was a good example. My mom is going to go up to a car show and take my grandparents up in Solving, and she needed some MapQuest directions because she does not like using her phone. But there's catch. She does not want to go onto the 154. So I specifically asked her, I'm like, okay, did you choose an alternative route? Did you click and drag on MapQuest? She said, no, I didn't know I could do that. Oh, so I said, okay. So I figured, you know what, this would be a perfect opportunity to actually do a tutorial for MapQuest. You start by putting in your starting location, which for me was Starbucks, where I'm doing this tutorial at right now. And then for the ending location is actually up in Solving. It's at the car show today. And so I printed that out for her last night. And so I said, okay, well, if you don't want to take the 154 because it's so windy, you can click and drag and it'll take you just to the 101. Now, as you can see, it kind of went right here. So it took you to Goleta, which you don't need to worry about. If that is just too confusing for you, you can just hit that button right there and remove the stop, because obviously I'm not going to stop anywhere. So what I'm going to end up doing, okay, is right there. It says get directions. So you just get directions, and right there. So I click and zoom in again. And if it takes me to the 154, again, you just click and drag. And it does look like, because of the holiday weekend, there's probably a lot of traffic. So you just click and drag down to the highway that you would rather go on. And it'll give you an alternative route. Right there on the 101. Alrighty. So there's your route. And I love it because in the old MapQuest version, it actually did not give you really real-time kind of traffic conditions. This particular updated MapQuest on the computer actually does that, which I love. So view route directions, and it'll take you step by step, and then you can just print it out. You can share it, and also you can go and once you're, after you've done the car show and you're done, or any kind of destination you're done, and you want to go back home, say you're visiting family, you actually just click and drag. And I take that away because I don't need to go to my stop. There we go. So I'm going to start at Solving, which is right there, Solving. Then I'm going to go back down the coast, all the way back down. Now, although I know how to get there, I've been there several times, sometimes people don't know. So get directions. And then again, what the computer does is it actually takes you the quickest route. Problem is with that, you don't want to take people who get car sick on this route of the 154. It's not a very fun route. So that's why I love, or especially if you know that they have toll booths, toll roads. So you end up having to just, if you know an alternative route, clicking and dragging is awesome. Click and drag down to the highway that you would like. See, it does take sometimes a few times to do it. There we go. Come on. There we go. All right. Oh, and of course you've got then hotels that are near you. So you just exit out of that. And let's see. Sometimes you have to go over here if it looks like that you have alternative stops, which I don't need any of that. So you're like, no, it's not something I need. I know that I just need my starting location and my ending location, which is there, start, end. So I'm just going to take that away. I'm just going to take that away. And it might end up having to set the route again. And that's okay. Sometimes you just have to play with it. So you click and drag. Click, perfect, and drag. There you go. So again, let's review what you need to do. You need to, editing features that you can do, you can click and drag for alternative routes. You can zoom in and zoom out, as I showed you. It'll show traffic patterns, which are yellow and red. You can also do a satellite view, which I'll show you in just a second. You have the ability to print written or map directions. You can get reverse directions and the ability to input additional stops if desired. So I love MapQuest because it specifically just kind of shows you different routes, and it's just different tips that I wanted to talk about today. So again, how to get started, go to mapquest.com, click on Get Directions, type in where you want to get started, type on where you're going, click on Get Directions. And then you can zoom in and zoom out, satellite, click and drag if you needed alternative routes, and you can get reverse directions. And the satellite view, let's just kind of take a look at that real quick. So although it's not a real-time satellite, it actually gives you kind of topographic features of where the mountain ranges are, where lakes are, where the ocean specifically is. So that's why I do like the satellite view, but if I'm driving, I would honestly rather have just plain simple, just the road map view. So that would be my kind of how-to on how to work with MapQuest.